Hi YouTube. I'm gonna show you a GTR32 which I've helped my friend to refurbish and rebuild for the past few years, and it has gone through three different mechanics. It's finally now in this shop that we work on all the cars, which you've seen on all my other YouTube channels, Retro Street Garage. It's in its final and best mechanical form at the moment. It's a standard 2.6 twin turbo HKS GTSS hybrid with billet fin and ceramic bearings. The turbo has actually been hybrided, but it started off as original GTSS twins. It produces 470 wheel horse on all four wheels, and at 1.5 bar boost, if I'm not mistaken, if my memory serves me right. And it's a little bit laggy, but it's just nice for toge drives, mountain passes. It has its engine management is a Lynx Extreme G4 Plus, plug and play into the standard Nissan housing, ECU housing, and it has been tuned a few years ago by my regular tuner Tallman Wong from Saint Performance in Johor, and it has had its whole drivetrain rebuilt, all the mechanical bits all rebuilt, and the most recent is now rebuilding its rear differential, which because it has a slight diff whine, it also has a front upper arm knock noise, which we're going to rectify, and it smelled like fuel in the car. And it has been smelly for a long time, for two reasons. One is because there is no charcoal canister in the front. It was eliminated from Japan. This car was bought as a import, Japanese used car importer, from a Japanese used car importer, Sakan Auto, if you guys are familiar. So in Japan, they've already eliminated the charcoal canister, as well as the fuel tank overflow pipe is actually leaking. So we had to drop the gas tank and replace all the hoses. All this was done off camera. I didn't think of recording it earlier, and I didn't actually think of wanting to do a YouTube video on this car. But since the car's in, and I wanted to have a little bit of diversity in the channel, I figured must as well record and do a small YouTube video on this GTR32, which belongs to my friend, and it's now we'll cut to the video, and so at least now you have a backstory to the car. It's had its engine rebuilt, drivetrain rebuilt, lower arm, all the ball joints, all the bushing all replaced, suspension rebuilt. It's had a full body respray. It's on the verge of going for upholstery refurbishment. After we get these mechanical things all done, then sorted, then we will send it for upholstery. The car being a 1989 GTR32 is old. It has the classic GTR32 body flex, so the car is much softer than a 33 and a 34. It's not as stiff. It came from Japan when we bought it with a full roll cage. Even with that full roll cage, I found the car to be a little bit soft. So in the next video, we will go and we'll try to stiffen everything up with ultra racing bars. And yeah, so without further ado, let's cut to the chase. Here's the video. Thank you. Yeah, the car is being worked on rapidly. It's been fully refurbished outside, and inside we've not gone to upholstery yet, but paint and body has already been done. Upper arm just retightened, and there was a leaking fuel tank hose that was back here. It was a full fuel tank out, and there was a replacement of some hoses. So now the car is almost done and ready to go back on the road, barring the bearing replacement in the rear diff. Once that is done, we'll go for a test drive. GTR32 Skyline. Everybody loves a good Skyline, right? Clean the housing with chemical wash so that it's super duper clean, nice, and free of dirt. Drives nicely. No more rear differential noise. Aircon is nice and cool. Unfortunately, I don't have a tripod. Can't be driving this manual car with one hand videoing. Very dangerous. So I'm gonna make sure I test drive the car properly so that my friend is happy with it and the work done is correct based on the findings that we had. And I'll report back later. Peace out. Okay, so the GTR32 is fully done. Everything is complete. Test drive has already been conducted. Rear differential has been reinstalled. Yeah. No noise. Drives well. Let's start her up. Legendary RB26. Lighting isn't that good. Yes. Listen to that idle. Nicely done. Lum. Soft. Yeah, it was a very good test drive. Corners and power out the turns very well. Handles good. Typical GTR32. Nice. Feels very good. A little bit laggy, but it was yeah, it's a very classic old school 4-wheel drive power delivery. Very different from GTR34 and very different from a rear-wheel drive car. Anyway, this is the end of the GTR32 refurbishment for now. We will proceed to order some ultra racing bars and fit it in. Once that's in, we'll go for another test drive and come back to you on how everything feels.